closest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But to most, something about it still feels holy. Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It's the BYU Cougars and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Hey guys, checking in with Morgan Scally. He told me before the game he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So BYU's offense will have the opening possession of the game. The last time these two drew battle lines, it was BYU with the ethereal experience winning a close one.
And BYU took a lot of pride because they wore Utah down in that game, and they know they got to try to do that again in this one.
Yeah, and now Utah's heard about it for a whole year, and all they've thought about is payback and winning the state of Utah.
On the move, it's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Pulls it in. It's Martin.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. So Utah's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And out to lead this offense is Devin Dampier. More than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Here's a gift to Parker. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. Into the house. Touchdown, Utes!
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it, and making the big touchdown pass.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He might want another play. Running inside. It's Martin. Breaks into the open.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And you can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the run game.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Punts it out of the air. Right down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Utah!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. With the catch, it's Lyons. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Steps away. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Could not make his way to the corner. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to Parker. Could be an alley. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
With the catch, it's Phillips. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Snags it, and he's open. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback keep. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
They'll throw on third and short. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to...
Snags it, and there's running room. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. A man still down after that last play. There's an injured BYU Cougar. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Bachmeier. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the number 4 team, the Duke Blue Devils.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Finds the tight end. He smashes his way through again. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Handoff for Parker. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself, estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the pride...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Cougars have their offense in high gear. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Dangerous screen into traffic. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations.
Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And you just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's 4th in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't let them pick that up. Somebody's got to make a play on the football, swat it away, get the interception, get off the field. What are we doing?
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. On the option. Keeps it on 1st down. Got room to work. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This offense has it with really good field position. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's a gift to Parker. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Parker. And he's in. Touchdown, Utah! And Utah is starting to assert itself and seize command of this rivalry by building a big lead.
And the Utes are always ready. This is the team that you can always depend on. Rivalry game, week in, week out. They're built, they know who they are, they're disciplined, they're tough, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And I feel like Utah is also one of those teams that's just ready to pounce, right? They're ready for you to make a mistake. And then they take advantage of it, and that's what they've been able to do in this game. They came in with a good game plan, and they are executing.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes a catch. Got room at the 35. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Snagged in the middle, it's Lions. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthen their position. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Bachmeier. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? All wideouts, no backs. Calls his own number. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Doing it himself again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And now on second down for this offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bray. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. 3rd and 8.